Hello, Fallow Hill staff. There were some things that I needed to talk to you all about, but I didn't think an email would be appropriate or saying all of this stuff over the intercom. So, a couple things that we have going on. First and foremost, for those of you that know Miss Banks, you know that she's dealing with an illness. It looks like she may be out for the remainder of the year. Um, she's just having a tough time, and I don't know if that's going to get any better anytime soon. So if you don't mind, shoot her a text message, an email, say a prayer, whatever you may do to support Miss Banks and her struggle or her situation. Um, Tomorrow we will need to have grade level meetings. We've got some things that just need to be done. So 8th grade, we will meet at 8:20 in the media center. 7th grade we'll meet at 10:15, and 6th grade we'll meet at 12:45. Um, some things that we've just noticed and discussed as an administration, and I know it's tough because we don't have our bells, but just make sure that we're paying attention to our transition times and make sure that we're transitioning on time. Out of respect for instruction, out of respect for your colleagues, and just to make the entire building run a little bit smoother. Um, we are still missing alternate schedules, I believe, from 8th grade. If we're missing them from 6th and 7th, guys, just make sure that you go ahead and get those turned in. We don't foresee any 2 hour or 1 hour delays in the next couple of days, um, but we like to have those as soon as possible so that we can update our handbook and just make sure that everyone is aware. Um, Also, many of you signed your contracts and gave me a copy, um, but I still have some that folks haven't signed. So, again, make sure if you haven't signed your contract during our grade level meeting, make sure that I'll bring the contracts, make sure that you get that and sign it and get it back to me. Um, I will also be emailing you all basically the orientation information for our evaluation schedule. Um, you just want to look over that. You guys know if you are a career employee, or if you have career status. If you have career status and you have the abbreviated observation, um, if you are career status and it's time for you to have a full evaluation, and a lot of you in the building will be basically under beginning teacher status. So take a look at that tomorrow during our grade levels. Make sure that you bring your laptop because I will require you all to go on and sign off that you've received that material. So I'll send you guys that email in just a little bit, actually. Um, and the other thing that I just want to address, I had a conversation with a teacher today, and I think I'm seeing this a little bit. You know, many of you have heard of Ron Clark. He puts a lot of emphasis on this, and it's really just good practice as a classroom teacher, anyone running a school. So we gave you some cover these pages in the handbook, go over these lessons. But to be honest, and I can reflect when I was a classroom teacher, it's never going to be the first of school again until next year. This time is extremely precious. So I would caution you, those of you that are, and it never fails, every school I've ever worked at, those of you that are trying to rush into your curriculum, you are making a mistake. The first week, I would even stretch and say the first 2 weeks. I would take the first 2 weeks when I was a teacher. All you need to be worried about is your policies, your procedures, your expectations. Building, creating a culture and a community in your classroom. Trust me, trust me, trust me. If you do the hard work now and lay the foundation, you will not be going crazy in November or in December or in the spring. Do the work now. I know it may seem redundant, it may seem boring, it may seem like, oh my God, but trust me when I say this, you would rather spend that time now when the kids are the most subdued that they will ever be. For you new teachers, I know your pacing guide may say you should be doing this. It is a guide. It is a guide. Okay? Once you create this culture, this positive collaborative culture, and community in your classroom, the teaching will happen quicker. It will happen faster. The kids will come in because they understand the expectations and sit down and get started on work. If you start working now on your curriculum and you haven't set this foundation, it doesn't matter what you teach. It doesn't matter how much you know, because no one's going to be paying you any attention. So heed my warning. Use this time now. No, next week we will not be using Tiger Time to start the reading. You're not ready. You should still be working on policies, procedures. You can go through the handbook and squeeze it dry. Make sure that they are clear so that when it comes a time that you may have to use consequences for unwanted behavior, then you can feel good. As a school, we can feel good that everyone was clear because we took the necessary time to make sure that the kids were clear on what it is that we expected. If you don't do that, you're doing the kids and yourself and the entire school a disservice. Use this time. So no, we're not giving you materials next week to work on during Tiger Time. We expect you to be creative. We expect you to continue to practice the things that you want to see in your classroom. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. Oh, last but not least, procedures for the dance. What we'll do is this. Homeroom teachers are going to collect the permission slips. We will come around in the morning during Tiger Time and collect those permission slips, and we will create a list by grade and by gender. Okay? Only students that have their permission slips in the morning. Do not send any kid to the office to make a phone call home to get their permission slip. If they didn't bring it, they can't come. Okay? So the procedure will be this. At about 1:50, we will dismiss 6th grade encore. Okay? We need one 6th grade teacher to stay behind. I'm nominating Miss Scott to stay behind because I know the cheerleaders are going to be selling. So this will be an opportunity for you, Miss Scott, to go into the gym and go ahead and set up your candy and concession booth. Mr. Doolin, you stay behind in the gym for supervision, and we'll have support staff to come into the gym to help you guys. Miss Griffin, you escort the entire gym out to the bus lot. Encore teachers, once you escort your kids out and they are on the bus, when the 7th grade teachers start to come out, we would like the encore teachers to then report. I'm sorry, let me back up. When we dismiss 6th grade encore, what we will call for is 6th grade students that turned in a permission slip. And those students will come to the gym. We will have tables set up, 2 tables. We'll have the boys enter at one end of the gym, the girls enter at another, and we'll check those names off the list. Okay? Then 6th grade, you will dismiss the rest of your kids. Once you dismiss your kids to the bus lot and we call 7th grade, 6th grade encore people, please report to the gym, as this dance is your duty. 6th grade encore, or encore, I'm sorry, it's your duty, this dance. 7th grade, we're going to follow the same procedure. First, we're going to call for all students that turned in permission slips. When they come, we will be checking them, boys on one side, girls on the other. If they don't have a permission slip, if they're not on our list, we will send them back out to the bus lot. Same thing for 8th grade. We'll call the kids that are attending the dance first and check them at the door, and then we'll call for the bus riders to be dismissed or whatever, or walkers. I think this will stagger the kids in, and that's how we will know who turned in their permission slips. If you have any questions, be thinking about it, and I will do my best to answer anything that you may have at the grade level meeting. I think that is it for now. You guys have been doing a great job. Let's just keep up the momentum. Turn the heat up on the kids. Remember, the hard work is done now. Okay? We only have one beginning of the year until next year. All right? So do the hard work. Make the phone calls now. All right? Thank you, and see you guys tomorrow. Go Tigers!